Hello folks, good Monday, and we are here at the ballroom once again. We just got back from Meet Me in the Middle. That's the name of the party, and it was an old Sand Flea reunion down in Greenville, South Carolina, and hosted by the Carolina Shag Club. Had a wonderful time. With the material we go over today was the material we taught in the workshop, and here it goes. We'll give you a bunch of little stuff today. First, we're going to do the walk up. This is a universal junior step.
Well, we're going to do a version of it.
Yeah. Well, actually, we did this at Junior SOS. We did the walk up plus.
Okay.
So we do the walk up, and then we do one more 6 count after that. Here it goes. Basic first. 1 and 2, 3. Here we go this time. 6. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. Touch, step, back step, kick, and boogie turn. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Variations on that. You can switch places and boogie by each other in a female turn. You can go into a sort of a hug pivot. All right, so we're going to get to the back of the basic, right? When we reach 3 and 4, 5, sort of tight, this might not be your style. If it is, you just go through them. If it is, that's great. If it's not, you just go through the motions. But Lisa and I help each other's motions, because right here, we're sort of meeting in the middle, and we're gonna engage at the back of our space, pull forward, now reverse, push away, and forward. And you see the distance that we create here is because of what we did. And what I mean by if you don't do it, if you do it, that's fine. If you don't do it, you're just going to sort of go through the motions. You can still get here. So, but
it really starts off that rock step because Sam is tightening his hand. Sam is tightening his hand, and then that lets me know to sort of connect up and tighten and match that. And then we have a little more force coming forward, so we have a little bit more momentum going backward, and that kind of keeps our flow going really good and together.
And that
basic.
That sort of leverage back here, compression right here, helps us lead the walk up. Okay, so we talked about on the 4 actually crossing also to get sort of 3 crossover steps. 3 and rock, tighten. Push away a little, 3 and 4, sort of crossed here, 5, 6. And we also talked about that little pivot that you see in between our steps. It has no count unless you give it a count, which would be an and count. And they're really short, but they're really effective in how we look. If we were doing it straight on, 3 and 4, 5, 6. When my knee draws up, my foot pivots. When one knee draws up, the other foot pivots in sync, and those 2 actions go together. Ready, and 1 and 2, 3 and rock, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6.
Before we go on, I want us to turn our back to the camera so you can follow our footwork just a little bit. If you haven't done back and shifts, you're probably panicking. So I want to make sure that we don't leave anybody behind. When we're here, let's see the other one. I know you're this angled one. So our 1 and 2 basically will be the same, except we're extending our 2 back a little further than normal. So follow along. Here's our basic first.
Ready, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. This time, here we go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. Now, what I call, Lisa's going to do that every time. Sometimes I will adjust mine just for space purposes. So I'm going to keep doing it like we just did. And I'll show you the adjustment when we get back together. Rock step. We're going to start with a rock step, then join us on the 1 and 2, and start then. 3 and 4, 5, 6. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. Here goes the second 6 count. Ready, and 1, 2, back step kick. And now we ball change into a boogie walk, and boogie walk. And that's on 5, 6, and we'll go over that. Now, let's talk about what I just mentioned about space. You know, might alter what I do just a little bit. 3 and 4, 5, 6, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so I just sort of did something in place, and I really concentrated on getting the lady away from me. If she engages with me, we can both give each other help to go back. Although, I'm just trying to create space. And if I recognize enough space, I won't do a back together forward. Sometimes I'll do a back and I'll do a step, and I'll just sort of hitch that left leg back, and that helps me bring it forward. So different little ways to do that back and shift depending on your space. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Ready, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, touch, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and boogie now, turn it, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, stop on 1. So we didn't talk about the division of our upper body in the walks. So I'm gonna briefly hit that. You can see it in if my waist goes a little left, my shoulders go a little right, and vice versa. Here, you know, where my foot pivots and my knee draws up. The third thing that happens is my shoulders sort of make a little movement in sync with what my hips are doing. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. And you can practice just this, and it helps your body divide. My shoulders are controlling my front foot, and my hips are really controlling my base leg.
So one thing to watch as you're doing it is that as you're doing those walk steps, I'm going to go forward. We're here. You don't want that foot to point the direction that you took it over, because now I've got 2 ugly steps going on. So this foot is probably going to be pretty straight, but between my 2 feet, they've got 2 different angles. They're not at the same angle, but they're at 2 different angles. And so each time I've got a nice pretty step, and not one that's going to be turned in and across my body like that. Because my shoulders are not facing this way. My foot and my shoulders should line up. That's what he said. Shoulders control that front foot. So make sure that you're not letting that happen and stepping over.
Yeah, it gives you nice style to these walk-ups, and they're really not crossing over because of how you pivot your base leg. Okay, we're going to show you the second 6 count of this, and this includes the boogie walk. Some of you may know, some of you may not. So we're going to go from the 5, 6. Here's the and 4. Turn 5, 6. We almost do the same movement, but we don't land this foot. 1, 2, back step kick, back step kick. Now we're favoring the outside leg, right? So stay on that outside leg when you do this boogie walk. And 5, 6. Okay, so let's go back to that boogie. We're on our left side, guys. Ladies, right side. We stay on it. And what we did first, for folks who don't know a boogie walk, just tiptoe through it. And walk, walk, and turn as we go into our basic. But now, if the boogie walk's brand new to you, you just try to be real calm with your body, and you try to just be real soft with your steps. So really, we're sort of putting the walk into it before we put the boogie into it. 3 and 4 and walk, walk, walk. Now, you've done that a few times. Maybe you need to do it a few more times. But once you get it to rhythm, it'll look like this. Let's go with the back step kick. Kick and walk, walk. And I'm just walking really. I really am. If you've never done the boogie walk, back step, kick and walk, walk, turn up, around, 3 and 4. But now, once you think you can move through it correctly, then we're going to try to put the boogie in it. And the boogie is right. All right, let's not drop down into it this time. Let's just do what Lisa and I are going to add Here's the back step kick and walk, walk. So we just move the hips a little bit. Now, what's connected to the hips? This part of our leg here. This part of our leg moves out. And I'm not even saying move our knees out. But what happens is we put our hips and we put our quad parts together and we move our knees. That's how we sort of help save our knees. Don't think of them as knees. Think of them what leads the knees out. All right, so we're going to do the back step kick now. On my left side, legs right, ready, go. Back step kick and hip, hip. And I can keep going. And when I land each foot, it's on the ball of that foot. And as I go through that ball, my heel comes up, and my heels aren't down on the floor. That's what I want. Back step kick. Ready, kick, and hip, hip. All right. So there's your technique on your boogie walk. We'll do it a few times.
And
so you can see us this way.
I wanted to point out about when we did those crossover steps that our feet, kind of stayed straight. On these boogies, your feet are going to be a little more parallel than what they normally would be when we dance. Isn't that right?
Yeah. I always say our feet are never parallel, but
when we boogie, we don't want to do that with turned out feet because that turns into sort of something else. So as you boogie, kind of keep your feet in straight lines, but you are going to be moving through it, but they will be a little bit more straight than what we normally would.
So here's what those 2 6 counts again look like. We're going to start with a rock step. 3 and rock, 5, 6, push away, 3 and 4, 5, 6, touch, step. Now back step, kick, and boogie, boogie turn. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. And the technique a long time ago was to drop into a boogie walk. Now we're sort of easing down to almost a sitting position. 3 and 4. Now if I stand straight up, you see how much I drop. I drop, a couple of inches, 3 inches maybe, whatever. But don't drop all of a sudden after that kick, and here. Sort of drop before the kick. Back step, kick, and boogie. That helps control your upper body.
Yeah.
Been practicing.
This boogie walk looks pretty good. I've been helping him on it.
Been working on it. All right, we'll pick it up a little bit before we put it to music. Basic first, 5, 6, basic, go. Do it this time, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, back step, kick, and boogie, 1 and 2. Turn your shoulders through for that rotation, okay?
So when we do the rotation, people always want to know, which way do I go? Well, we're going to go the way that makes the most sense. As we're taking up those steps, we're going here.
Boogie.
Oh, boogies, yeah. We're going boogies. Boogie. We're kind of into this front side right here, and we just take that foot across, and we're turning ladies to the left side, guys to the right side. And one thing I try to do is just sort of watch Sam. I watch his center so that I can try to go with him. He's doing the same thing, paying attention to me. So that as we boogie, we're right together as we make that turn.
And, well, there's a lot of other things I can say about this.
Yeah, I know. We like to use our arms and try to match our arms, make sure that, because you don't want to do a step like this we want to present, we want to have our arms away from our body, not down by our side.
And if we're doing this individually, here's what I'm going to add. If we're doing this individually and we exaggerate through our feet, right? We're doing it with each other. We're going to practice it. 5, 6, 1, push, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, when we come together and hold hands, we have to have that same kind of pressure in our fingers. We have to have the same kind of pressure in our hands that we do in our feet. And we have to be in sync. Our hands and our feet have to work together. Her hands, her feet, my hands, my feet. And we just can't push back. We have to have, why are we pushing each other back? We're pushing each other back to assist our steps to be easier and to flow better. 5, 6, 1 and 2. And as our feet separate, look at what our arms are doing. Our arms separate from our bodies, from my rib cage, her rib cage. They just don't stay right here. As my feet separate, my feet and my arms, they feel that separation together.
So we're using that connection to help place that backward step. And just like, turn around backwards. So if I was going to use him and go, ooh, I wouldn't push and then step. I use that push to help me step back. So that's what we do with this connection. You can turn around. So as we're going, we're going to use that. We both use this connection to help elongate that step back. We don't use it
to just get distance. We use it for that. We use it to be in sync with our steps.
To be in sync, to work together with that.
We don't do quick. We do it and we're together. The pressure that we use starts and ends together, and it's actually to the count.
Yeah, and if Sam led me early, which happens sometimes, guys, you get a little excited and you want to go ahead and push, nothing's right. The timing is not right for my feet to make that push work. It has a very right there. It's got to happen at the right time or it's not accomplishing anything. So work on that, getting that to work together.
And that's about all I can say.
Do one more time.
One more time. And then we'll add some music, but we'll also pick out some places where what the females can do and what the males can do.
Now turn.
Sort of separate.
Just talking.
Mm-hmm.
We did it again, but you just sort of talked through it.
Yeah, well, in that rotation, folks, 4, 5, 6, the count 1 and the count 2 are the same. Here's what I look like on count 1 if my foot did not pivot. But right when this foot starts to land, boom, this foot pivots. And 2. And I have to sort of push off of this leg here, because this leg here is, I'm going to push off of this leg to get to my next step with this leg. All right, so to music, that's what happens in that rotation. And not the quicker you get your shoulders around, 1, 2, but the more you turn into that, the more your foot will land like a T, and it'll open like a V to a T again, 3 and 4.
All right, so ladies, this actually makes a good little female lead step. So if you're looking for something you can do it just as we did it. Sam's gonna do a basic. I'm gonna say, hey, I'm doing my step, right? So I'm gonna do a 1 and 2. And I'm probably gonna hold hands. We're not gonna let go this time. Same exact step, and he'll probably take me through. Now we can do it that way, so you already know exactly what that is. But again, don't let go. Keep the hand. Do it with me one more time.
And guys, we're going to be dancing in place because we're not going away from her. We're extending her away from us. And so we sort of do triples in place. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. And you notice how I'm in place, but now I want to go somewhere. So I use my rock step for momentum to sort of transition to the other side.
Now let's say you like the whole thing, but you're not real crazy about a boogie walk. Here's your variation. First part's gonna stay exactly the same. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, walk, walk, touch, step, triple step, kick, ball, change. Okay, so the only changes I made was getting rid of that boogie walk and putting in a little sailor step to a kickball change. I'm gonna do it this way so you can sort of see it. So here's the first part. Ready? And 1 and 2, 3 and 4, walk. 5, 6, 1, 2. Now this foot's gonna sort of circle behind like a sailor. 3 and 4. I've left some room to open up. Turn, that's sort of a kick. Ball change. I'll do that again. Ready? And 1 and 2, 3, now walk. 5, 6, touch, step, triple step, turn, ball, change. Turn, ball, change, kick, ball, change. But what happens, we've done this before in classes, as I turn, if I leave that foot out, my kick is given to me. So that's my count 5, and then we switch ball change on end 6.
Guys, what I would do is I would maybe do 1 6 count, if I could do both of them, but I'm gonna do and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Well, that was really
That was just on,
something totally different.
that was just,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
do me again before you go. I wanna do it with them.
I'll forget what I did.
No, I don't want you to do anything.
I
3
know.
and
I'll forget what I
4,
did.
ball, touch, step, triple step, kick, ball, change. Ladies, that's for us. I know, you have to be aggressive to get your stuff in.
Now, ladies, I will tell you, when you do the 1, 2, you turn through 2. You turn through 2, it's a little different because you're not different, but you're turning left, but you're turning right direction. 3 and 4, now you're turning on the left foot, but you're doing the other direction.
The way I did it.
Yeah.
Don't watch him, you'll get confused. His words are right, just opposite.
Yeah, I meant to be
I
opposite.
know,
I was talking to the ladies.
I know, but you're opposite.
Wait a minute, I thought we were to be here.
Touch, open up, and then back.
All right, guys, what you can do, I'll do what I did before. Actually, it wasn't what I had in mind, but 3 and 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, rotate around, 3 and 4, 5, stop on 1.
So he's using some of the same elements, just sort of putting them together differently.
Differently. And I mean, I could do them and do one and then do the other, but I'll do it 5, 6, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, stop on 1. Yeah. The and 1 would be a little different. I'm just landing, taking 2 steps, and I'm going right back to where I was. And you could do and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 1. That's a variation coming off of the and 1, 2. Go back 3, 4, hit 5 and 6, 1. Voila, there's a bonus.
There's lots of bonuses.
Lots of bonuses, lots of bonuses. But thank you for Carolina Shack Club for having us down. I know some members have joined as of yesterday. We saw you come in. Thank you very much. We hope you enjoy it, and we'll be right back with some music to wrap up. All right, we'll give you 2 basics, and then we'll start at the 3rd basic is when we'll start. 5, 6, ready, go. 2, 3, 4, 1 more basic. 2, do it this time. 6, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, back to kick, boogie, boogie, 1, 2, 3, 4, basic, 1 more basic. 5, 6, do it this time. 3 and 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and stop on 1. Okay, I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit.
I feel like we need like a pole.
All right, so now we're gonna do the male and female version. Females, you can go. 1 basic, 1 more basic, 1 and 2. This time, ladies, go. 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. Guys, I'm gonna do one of mine. 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. Sorry, I didn't tell you which one. I didn't know which one. I'll do that one again. 1 and 2, 3 steps backwards. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps backwards. Really good. All right. So here would be the whole thing. Doing it my way. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Oh yeah, that's putting a little and step. You could just put it in the basic. 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my gosh. You just never know what he's gonna do, so.
Well,
Or what music he's gonna play.
spontaneity. Night Train by Earl Bossip. Thank y'all. We'll see you next Monday. Perfect. Perfect.